With Solstice officially leaving, I hope people kept a little bit of Bright Dust left over because this is one of those weeks that everything new this season has practically emerged in the store in some form or fashion. So, like I said, if you got any Bright Dust left, go now because on the front page we got a few things. We had Ego Malign from last season, which I believe is a shader that was available in a bundle that was only purchasable there, so this is a good way to get access to this shader in case you didn't want to buy the bundle from last season. Then, at the same time, we also have Neopop Wave from Season 10, which is one of those bright, kind of hurts the eyes, but also doesn't look half bad on a few weapons shaders. We also have Unspun Fate, a new transmat new to the season, which is basically Strand spawn in the transmat. Then we also have the Prototype Submersible, which is Bungie's attempt at making an Ocean Gate submarine in Destiny 2, which is a ship, not a sparrow, so I guess it would be funny using this in Salvage or 2. Then we also have the Catch of the Day emote, which is also obviously from this season, which is basically that, where you're just kind of standing by the water, a fish jumps in your hands, you kind of hold the fish for however long you leave it, and then you just kind of chuck it back. And then into the main Bright Dust store, as you shall see. Now, we have a variety of shaders. First, Melchizedek Bramble, I think that's how it's pronounced, but basically a nice little purple metallic look for the various Void setups. Warbrick from Season of the Drifter, or Joker's Wild, which is basically a very dark and occasionally dark red look. And then we also have Vibrant Medusa, which is a neon greenish bright color. Basically, I want to look like I am poisoned, personified look. And then we also have a Postmatism from Season of the Splicer, which is basically black and orange, the shader, with some green highlights. I like to wear this one around Halloween for obvious reasons. Then Transmats, we have the Celebrate Newness from Season 3, or Season of the Warmind, which I believe came about during the Solstice event. And we also have Dark Blade Effects, which is spawning in a Hive Sword that stabs the ground, which Dark Blades don't have the swords. We also have the Champion Entrance, which is basically spawning in the Champion Swirly Energy style. Then into some of the bigger items throughout the season. So, first off, we have Kiddie Pool, which is a multiplayer emote from this season, which, as you can see, has 3 people just kind of sitting about, waiting and sitting and doing nothing, and 1 person splashing into water on occasion. But then that's pretty much it. It's sitting or not. And then across the 3 classes. So we have Anchorage for Titans for Point Contact Cannon Brace, which if you wanted to look a little Mad Maxy, have a few extra spikes, look a little Fnatic Scorn style, be a meaner looking, well, I'll say meaner but not better looking, air quotes. But if you wanted a Frankenstein look to AC or Point Contact Cannon Brace, you can have that for Titans. Now, I can't exactly show it right now, you'll see it in the video, but basically for Gwizinvest, we have an ornament for Gwizinvest, new to this season, Pressure, something that I forget, which is pretty solid look, I'm not gonna lie, it's very theme relevant to the season, but at the same time, I don't know if I like it more than regular Gwizin. And then we also have the Fated Phoenix or Starfire Protocol ornament for Warlocks, which, of course, the season they nerf Starfire, basically, they give it a really solid ornament that was pretty good looking and way better than the original. But from that point, that is everything that is class specific. Now, going back into the store for everything else, we have the convertible shell from Season of the Haunted, which was a part of a city convertible set. Cute little buggy ghost. Then we also have the Bright Nostalgia Sparrow, which it's hard to say if this is like an Etch-a-Sketch or old retro game thing or something. But it has a ship that goes right alongside it, the Star Racer 95, which I don't know the origins, but you can tell like kind of brick-style, color-coded. I wouldn't be surprised if this was something like the Bungie, like or a content creator's child drew this up and they decided they wanted to make it something. You also have Hibernal Thorns for, Cloud Strike? No, Winterbite. I completely forgot what this thing was called just because I haven't used it since I got it because I kind of hate it. But aside from that, the Trident for Winterbite, and lastly, as always, a Ghost Shell in the form of Spicy Ramen, which I would literally only get for Cade, but even still, Ghost projections are pretty not that great. But on that note, that is everything in Eververse stored. Of course, you have a week to get everything for Bright Dust. After that point, it will leave the store. And another warning, as I usually do towards the end of the season. When the season ends, pretty much anything in the store right here, which is most of the seasonal offerings for gear, whether it's finishers, ornaments, transmats, anything that was in the store new to this season, will pretty much disappear from the ready menu for a while. If you don't know about the archive, basically, it's updated 2 seasons ago. If you don't know what I mean, basically, Season of the Chosen gear is here. That was Season 19. We're currently in Season 21. Currently, Season 20 is absent. Next season, when Season 22 rolls around, Season 20 will be added to the archive, and Season 21 items will be completely removed from the seasonal offerings until they're re-added back to the archive. Now, the gear won't be completely unavailable. If you want to buy a few things, they will come about through Bright Dust, but it's entirely chance. And, of course, you won't always get the things. So if there's something that you knew you wanted and don't want a chance of losing it, you have one more week to chance it in the Bright Dust store. But aside from that, if you want it before 2 seasons later, go ahead and get it from the Eververse store, because otherwise you might possibly lose it forever. And on that note, my name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.